What's up, everybody? It's just Steve here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Chatting About Whatever. I have two co hosts today. Good sirs, please introduce yourselves.
Mumblebee
This,
here.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that. I was
Oh,
waiting for you
me.
to go first.
I was
This is
too.
live, folks. We never
ahead.
go by the way we're supposed to.
This is
Go
some
ahead.
guy named Nick. God.
And this is and this is Mumblebee. It's good to be here today.
And for anyone listening, we don't edit anything because this is how we are.
Yep.
But if everyone didn't catch that because of all the mumbling and bumbling and the talking over each other, I'm just Steve. That's some guy named Nick. And the mumbling, bumbling, tons of fun over there is Mumblebee.
There
Love
we
it.
go.
So today, we didn't really have a topic per se. So we did a little bit of research online to come up with some stories we could talk about in the gaming world because we're gamers and that's what we do. So I've looked over these for the most part, but Nick and B have not as much because I want to get live takes from them so we can have a better, more in-depth conversation. And we all three work at Walmart together, and I have a Walmart story, and Nick was like, "Ooh, I want that one first." So here we go. Me. The report, it's from GameInformer.com. Shout out to them guys. It's by Hunter Wolf. The report says Walmart might be working on its Stadia competitor. So if you guys know what Stadia is, it's the gaming stream system that Google debuted earlier this week. Apparently, Walmart wants to get into the video game streaming world, if you want to call it that.
So I'm already at a loss for words. Their
I know.
competitor. Walmart finds Google to be their competitor.
Right.
No, I'm asking. Like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Well, Walmart finds everyone to be the competitor, but let me read some highlights
True.
from the thing here. It says, according to a report on US Gamer, the retail giant has been chatting with game developers and publishers since earlier this year and through this week's Game Developers Conference, and that the company is exploring its own game streaming service. This isn't too shocking, though. Walmart has spent the past few years positioning itself as a true player in the e-commerce game. In 2016, the company acquired Jet.com, which at the time was one of the fastest growing e-commerce sites in the US. Just last year, Walmart revealed a 5-year partnership with Microsoft that grants the company access to Microsoft's cloud computing tools in efforts to reduce operating costs and give its associates support tools in stores. It's likely this partnership has little to do with the whispers of Walmart's alleged gaming streaming service, but it illustrates the company's investment into cloud solutions. So, there you go.
I we're supposed to be getting tools. I'm not sure I'm following this.
Okay, what that
What
meant
kind of
is
tools?
like the handhelds and stuff we use will be
Oh, like
using Microsoft programming to make it run faster and more consistent.
Amazing.
And if anyone's ever worked at Walmart, you would know how crappy our systems and tools are.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started with that now.
But I mean, let's be honest here. How many people have already dipped their finger into this whole streaming thing? Because I have way more to say on that when we get to the Google and the Stadia
Right.
announcement. But I mean,
Yeah.
Walmart tries to do everything. I mean, honestly.
But like, I don't. There's not really many other people who have attempted this other than the big 3/4 because computers. and
Right.
Steam.
Yeah.
Well, he does stay at the end of it. It says, or maybe Walmart's interest is just that for now. Interest.
Right.
So, I mean, anyone can say anything they want. Doesn't mean they're going to actually go through with it. I mean, we can look at Steam versus Epic right now, if you guys have looked into that at all.
I haven't. No.
Ooh, man. Because, I mean, it's not up on my list of stuff to talk about, but the highlights, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone listens to this later, you can leave a comment on our podcast at soundcloud.com/chatting about whatever. So Epic Games has their own Epic Store now. Steam's been around forever. Well, Steam charges, I want to say, like 30% of revenue for games being on their store. So they get a good chunk of money for any money that the game makes if it's being sold on their platform.
Right.
Epic is only charging like half of that. It's like somewhere between 10% and like 15%.
Well, yeah, they can't do anything against that.
Right. Well,
yeah.
A lot of people are jumping from Steam and into their contracts and going to Epic Games.
Oh.
So Steam lovers are trying to throw all kinds of shit on the Epic because they don't have like this option and this option and that option. And Steam's like, well, we have all that, so come back to us. We may charge a little bit more, but look all the stuff you have. And then Epic Game fans and stuff are showing that when it first started, they had nothing, but over like a certain amount of time, they've added stuff here and there. They've done test runs, like debug things, all this stuff, and it's showing people like, hey, we're trying. Steam's been around for like 15 years. We've been around for like a year. Well, you know what I mean, though.
Well, roughly.
Yeah,
No, I was
long.
just curious.
I mean, I can look it up real quick. Give me a second. We're doing live search here, guys.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you're right.
Was it 15?
15 years.
Wow. That was a shot in the dark.
September 12th, 2003.
Well then.
Woo-wee. But yeah, Epic's been around like a year or two, if even a year.
It's been around since Fortnite.
Yeah. Which that would be. What?
But yeah, it's been around. Like the launcher itself has been around since Fortnite, but Epic Games has been around longer than that.
Well, I'm talking about their service though, like Steam. I know Epic Game itself has been around for a while.
Like the service itself only just came out. Like
See, that's
the
what I
last
thought.
time I used it, it was only a platform to be able to use games. It wasn't like a store. It wasn't like a bunch of extra stuff. It was just to hold your games.
I was say I'm not gonna hold anything against them then if they're trying to like build up a good store or whatever. But it's like a freaking battle between platforms right now, and people are just being immature. Like, no offense, the internet seems to love to do nowadays.
That's true.
And just throw shade on each other instead of helping each other grow. I mean, I get the business aspect of it. You want to make your money and whatnot, and you gotta make people want to come to your platform. Doesn't mean you gotta freaking cut people off at the knee though while you're doing it.
Right.
Yeah, that's competition for you.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, PlayStation and Xbox haven't been that bad like that.
Well, I mean, PlayStation just says, "Hey, go do your own thing. We're over here."
Yeah.
They're just blunt. They're
pretty
blunt
much.
about it. I'm just waiting for when Microsoft and Nintendo come up with their game system together.
I'm
That'd be
not.
interesting.
I know it's never gonna get that far. I get that, but
I'm not excited for that. I mean, it's cool, but I just feel like they should keep their things separate.
all right. I mean, I don't mind
Especially-
crossovers here and there, but
I'm just worried that Nintendo's gonna up their price for their online if that happens.
well, I mean,
That may just happen.
they don't got online anyway. Honestly, I mean, it's used for like Splatoon 2, and that's it.
Smash Bros.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
yeah.
2 games.
Mario Kart, Mario Party.
Or just say I'm wrong, Nick. My goodness, I'm not a Nintendo fan here.
But right now, their online is $20 a year
Yeah, a year, guys. Not a month, a year.
compared to
That's phenomenal.
PlayStation's. Yeah, because PlayStation and Xbox, they both have $60 a year for theirs.
Now,
Yeah,
for
I think it's
anyone
around that
who
price
wants
range.
to save a little bit of money, can do what I do all the time. Is when my income tax comes in, I will purchase a whole year of PlayStation Plus. So by the time it's supposed to run out, I have my income tax again. So I have plenty of extra
Nice.
money. So I just renew it almost the same day every year. Okay, you guys ready for the next news bit?
Yeah.
This is from GameSpot by Timur Hassan. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm not the best English speaker, even though I live here. So, Mortal Kombat has, ever since it's been announced Mortal Kombat 11's coming, they've been announcing characters here and there. And just the other day, they announced Noob Sabat, which, sorry, Nick, is like tied for number one place as my favorite fighter besides Sub-Zero.
Wait, who is it?
The
Noob
Sub-Zero.
Sabat.
No idea who that is.
Okay, the funniest thing people could kick out of this is in storyline, he was the original Sub-Zero, and this is Sub-Zero's older brother. So it only makes sense that I like them both equally.
Makes sense.
But the bigger news
okay.
that just came today, I think it was today or yesterday, is Shang Tsung, having one pronounce that, who was like
Shang Tsung.
the first Mortal Kombat's major boss and been an antagonist throughout, is the first DLC character, which, okay, whatever. The big twist, which I freaking love, is the actor that played him in the original Mortal Kombat movie is the motion capture for him. It's modeled just like him.
Whoa.
And the actor himself is doing the voiceover for the host, the narrator, and the guide for players when they enter the crypt.
Nice.
Ooh,
I thought that
nice.
was just freaking awesome that they used his likeness and everything.
Is it
Yeah, that is-
Kiri Hiroyuki Tagawa?
Yeah, let me see here. Yep.
You pronounced that a lot better than I would have.
Yeah. we'll go for Nick for pronunciation for foreign names.
I'm
Right?
a lead. What can I say?
But I got the special edition for the combat pack and everything, so I will be getting him. So and it's gonna be 6 altogether DLC characters. And some rumors have been one's gonna be Michael Myers
Ooh,
and
Myers.
it.
uh,
So yeah, that'd be kind
I
of
don't
cool.
like clowns.
Oh, yeah. So that means every time we stream it, I'm gonna be that.
No.
There you go. Next weakness.
Once
Oh.
again, if it works out right for everyone listening, me and Nick have kind of chatted about the fact that when the new Mortal Kombat comes out, we'll each go train for a week with a character of our choosing, and then we'll go live stream a best of 5 fight. So we'll see how that goes, because if anyone has watched our Twitch streams, and you can see Rager Nick, which is just amazing. Get your popcorn out, get your sodas. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
Gonna be waiting
get
for
some
that.
Rager Steve going on.
Okay, have you ever seen me legit rage over anything?
No.
Not quite yet. It will.
Yeah,
It will.
it takes a lot to rage me, man. I'm just too happy living life.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
Tell me I'm wrong,
Sure.
B. Tell me I'm wrong.
Nah, you're pretty much accurate there, man. You're
Thank
right
you.
on the spot.
You guys are pretty positive
For the most part.
for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
Nah.
I'll let you guys pick the next one here. Do you want the Google Stadia announcement? The Sony revealing a new thing like Nintendo Direct? Or the Microsoft and Halo news?
I'll let you pick, Nick.
All right, we're gonna do Halo next then.
Okay.
Good. That's what I was gonna say.
So recently it was announced that the Halo Master Chief Collection is coming out to PC later this year, and a supporter of our brand, and he was on the last podcast, OG Patriot, otherwise known as Mike, completely lost his crap live on Twitch when he found out that this was coming out on PC. Like he said, he literally stopped and screamed during a live stream, which is just amazing. But
That's awesome.
if people didn't know, it's gonna be Halo Reach, Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, but no 5. 5 will not be on it. and they're going to release them in chronological order, each one a little bit at a time. That way they can work on each one separately and make sure it's the best it can be when it comes out. Because to them, it'd be harder to drop everything at once and then try to fix bugs on Reach and bugs on 2 and bugs on 1 all at the same time. This way it kind of spreads out.
I honestly think that's a great idea for them to do that. Just release them separately.
But
Because, like you said, you get the debugging, everything. That way
Right.
it's coming out good.
but this particular article comes from TheVerge.com, and it's by Nick Staten. It says Microsoft will let PC players test Halo: The Master Chief Collection ahead of release. So it says that announced as part of its newly released Halo Inside program, PC players can sign up to test the upcoming Halo: The Master Chief Collection version coming to Windows sometime later this year. As a Halo Insider, you'll have the opportunity to regularly provide feedback and insights that help shape and inform current franchise initiatives and the future of Halo. You'll also be given exclusive opportunities to participate in public fights of in-progress Halo game releases and provide feedback to the development team. Now, I think that is pretty freaking cool.
I agree.
Like, I always love when they let the consumers and whatnot, the people that play the games, actually have a say in, what they think is going good and going bad. Now, granted, some companies don't listen. They like, oh yeah, give us feedback, help us out. But then they just throw it to the side and do whatever they want.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Nick?
I think it's going to be an interesting thing, but since it's in chronological order, what game is coming first? I've never played any of the Halos.
It'd be Halo Reach. It takes place almost like right before Halo 1.
Yeah.
And you don't
I've
actually
heard.
play as Master Chief either. He's in a cameo toward the end of the game, but you
Right.
actually play as a guy on a group of Spartans. Now, granted, I'm not the person you probably want to come to for like Halo lore. That'd be
Halo Wars?
no lore with an L.
Oh,
Like,
lore.
but yeah, like,
Sorry.
I mumble just
I
like
said
B does
war.
sometimes. I have a very deep voice, so it's hard to understand me. But we'll have to bring OG Patriot on again sometime because it sounds like that guy knows the ins and outs of everything Halo. Excuse me.
Man, I
But
can just imagine. Oh, go on.
oh, you're fine, man. Go for it.
I was just say I have a friend that's absolutely obsessed with Halo. I can just imagine putting those two in the same room to let them duke it out.
Well, I'll let my best friend of 20 years, Gibby, come in because that guy's been playing since I had him over to my house. I just bought Halo 1, and I was in the library on Legendary. And if you know anything about the history of Halo, that is one of the hardest levels in the history of that freaking game series. But
It sure was.
he's been obsessed with it ever since, so we'll get them three in there and we'll have a Mexican standoff.
Oh goodness, that'll be ridiculous.
That can be a special live stream right there. Just have them face each other. Best of 5 or something. But like I said, I always like it when they involve the public, but sometimes some people would just be all completely negative. Just to be negative,
The trolls.
Yeah. Because I'm the type of person, like, I love every game. I appreciate what every game brings to the table because the game may suck, it may not be for me. However, you gotta think about the tens, hundreds, whatever of people that give their all every day for months, years on end to get these games out. They give up their family time, they give up their free time, they give up sleep, they go all in. So I will appreciate any game I play. I might not like it. I may think it's not the best, but I always appreciate it. So if they ask for my feedback, I might have negative feedback, but I will do it in a fashionable sense where it's not like I'm being an a-hole about it.
Right. Constructive criticism.
Exactly. Thank you. I was trying to think of the word and I totally mind blanked on it. I pulled a Nick.
I was gonna wait for you to finish.
I was gonna say conservative.
Right.
I was like, no. But yeah, it'd be cool to see. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy this or not, but I mean, I have been don't tell no one this, even though we're live on the podcast. I've been diving myself into more PC gaming as of late.
Whoa.
But, my PS4
Nah,
and
nothing
me
wrong
still
with that.
have a deep relationship.
I've had
If anything,
same time.
my Switch is feeling the hate at the moment. I just don't have
I've been-
enough time and hands and eyes to focus on everything.
What are the free games right now for PlayStation?
Yeah.
Modern
check it
Warfare
out.
Remastered and
okay.
The Witness, which I have not tried yet, but I heard great things about it.
Oh, The Witness is so good. It's like a puzzly game.
Yeah, I've seen videos and stuff about it, but I've never played it. But I do have it in my library. I'm sure Leanne, my wife, will love it. She's all about
Yeah.
the puzzles and crimes and whatnot.
Oh.
That's why the only game she's ever beaten all the way through is Heavy Rain.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Have you
very
let her
good
play
game.
Detroit Become Human yet?
I rented it, but we just had a very busy week. I only played it for like 20 minutes, but it's right up my alley and her alley when it comes to that kind of gaming.
Right.
Okay, so we'll go with what's up on my tab now. This is GameSpot once again, and it's by Tamor Hassan. And it says Sony revealing new PS4 games and State of Play live stream on Monday, which would be 5 o'clock Eastern time for us. And it states, with Nintendo Directs proving to be a popular way to share new outside of E3 style press conferences, Sony is taking a page out of Nintendo's playbook. Sony has announced State of Play, an upcoming live-streamed event. The company describes this as a new video program that will provide viewers with updates, news, and game announcements from the world of PlayStation. The first episode will be live-streamed online this Monday, March 25th. So, obviously, the internet exploded with rumors of what games are to be announced. And I'm throwing out there right now, one of two things I believe will happen because this is the first one ever. You get a release date for The Last of Us 2,
Yes.
or you get
Still waiting.
a release date for Death Stranding.
Yes. Another
Oh,
one
I
I'm
forgot
looking
that was
for.
even a thing.
What's that?
Shame.
I didn't hear you, Nick.
Oh, I was just saying that's I didn't even know that was a thing, or I forgot that it was a thing.
Oh, Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Well, Kojima, God bless Kojima because of Metal Gear, but that man will go all in on some freaking video games for like a decade at a time.
And all of his games have been really good too.
Well, that's up for debate. If you ever play Metal Gear Solid 2, that is up for like a 4-hour debate.
Yeah. Well, we'll just kind of avoid that one for now.
But
That
it
one was really
says on
choppy.
this first one that, according to a post on the PlayStation blog, the episode will showcase upcoming PS4 and PSVR software, including new trailers, new game announcements, and new gameplay footage. Now, I would be ecstatic if they give us some actual Death Stranding gameplay that made sense. Because I don't know if you guys have seen previous ones, but it's Norman Reedus carrying around a bag on his back.
Yeah, a lot of it's been really like vague, and you just don't know what's going on. There's so much.
That's the game with the baby in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, see that's what we're talking about, Nick. If that's the only thing you know about it, you know about 75% of what we know.
Pretty
The
much.
weird shadow creatures. Yeah, I remember. Like now that we've talked about it, I remember it. It was like not something that I remembered was a thing because nobody's talked about it. Since
Exactly.
It
We'll
was
see.
shown.
Like that's a debate that comes up among like fans of Kojima. Is when does it become too long of a stretch between information? Because we got the first trailer for it at like E3 like 2016, I think, and it was like 30 seconds. And then like 7 months later, you got another 30-second trailer. And then the next E3, you just got like gameplay footage of Norman Reedus, his character, walking across a ladder with equipment on his back.
Yeah, I do remember that.
So I mean, if you're not giving information out, and consistency that people can remember who's going to buy your game, who's going to remember it when it comes out. Like, oh yeah, I saw this like 4 years ago. Who cares?
That's true with new games, but Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, but I mean that is an established like hardcore fan base, man. People would have waited
Right.
20 years to play that game.
It was almost 20 years.
Right. Well, Death Stranding is a completely new IP or whatever.
Right, that's what I was saying. Like with a new game, it makes sense why people would be getting upset over it because it's like it just disappears from existence. Like
Pretty
the
much.
Apocalypse game. Oh, sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
There was just some weird apocalypse. It's like year zero. Like it was brought up once ages ago, and then it just didn't. Nothing else was shown about it until it came out.
I mean, I think one of the greatest examples besides Kingdom Hearts 3, I could say, I've never played it, but Duke Nukem Forever. That game was in development hell for like literally 20 years. And it finally came out and it was like god awful, but it's like they made it just so people would shut up about it.
Right.
Probably did.
That's like Half-Life 3 is never gonna be a
Dude,
thing because
You read my mind.
Yeah.
I was about to say it.
he's
Half-Life
basically
3,
in an
yep.
interview he said he plans on never making it because people will never be happy.
Yeah, it won't live up to the hype. It's too much hype.
Yeah, so he's just saying that the fans ruined the game
See,
series for
so that's
him.
another thing. Too much hype on something. I mean, it's a fine line you have to walk for people to be invested in your game. Like, I think Ed Boon with Mortal Kombat does an amazing job. The guy's always active on Twitter, and he will drop random stuff that may or may not be true, because he kind of likes to troll with people, but at the same time, when he's trolling, he'll still drop legit news. So even though he's messing with you, he delivers.
Yeah.
Like the
That's
Shaggy
not a bad.
thing.
That's not bad to do, to be honest.
If you see anything about Shaggy from Scooby-Doo being in there, he was like, Shaggy confirmed, and he even like shared the gifs and whatever. And when it came out that it wasn't gonna happen, it was like, oh, you suck. And he's like, but wait, here's brand new player, blah blah blah. And that's like a 2.5 minute video of like Johnny Cage and his finisher, which me and Nick talked about in a previous podcast, which is
Yeah.
still the most amazing fatality ever.
Oh yeah. That one was amazing.
I wish they would do more joke characters though, because that's like my favorite thing in video games is just these like hidden characters that are ridiculously hard to unlock, and then they're just the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Man, what is it? I mean, it's not super funny, but Tekken 3, way back in the day, when you guys were wee little guys and I was of age. Well, actually, Brian's my age, so I mean,
Yeah.
Nick, little Nick there. Oh, mess Nick.
Yeah.
Mess Nick.
Oh god.
Inside joke there, guys.
Dude.
You had to like do all kinds of crazy crap. Like it was almost like not worth it. You had to like beat the game with every character, and you had to play the side-scrolling mini game they had with like this unlockable character that was a doctor, and you had to get like a perfect this and blah 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 and so forth. I'm probably way off base on some of it, but I'm just shooting from the hip here. All to unlock a little dinosaur.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes. Oh, I would do it.
He
just for the
looked
little
like
dinosaur.
a Yoshi ripoff. He was like 2 feet tall.
I
Oh my
love it.
gosh.
But you had to do the most ridiculous crap to get him. I'm like, is it even worth it at the end of the day?
Man, that reminds me of the Hive Mind. It's a special mount you can get in WoW, and you have to have 5 people to get it. And
Should
after
be
you get it,
Christmas.
you have to go through all these like stupid trials to get it, and then you get to the end, and it's only on those characters you can use it. If you try to switch to a different character on the same account, it's like, yeah, no, you can't use this.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
It's not nice.
It's super trolly, but it was really funny because we googled the answers to all the riddles because we just wanted to get it.
I don't blame you.
Or like the Lucid Nightmare, that was another pain in the butt. You had to play like Bejeweled and connect the dots, and you had to play like a labyrinth game where you had to collect pieces, take it back to these totems. It was so funny.
I think another one that's like not worth it at all is the original Pokemon, like Red and Blue.
All right,
Yeah.
we're in my
If
ballpark.
if you do everything, like do the connect your Game Boys and catch everything, if you finally get all 150 of them, all you get is a little plaque,
Yeah, that's all you got.
Oh man.
and it's like you caught them all,
Just
yay! I'm like,
yep,
really,
just a little certificate.
really?
That's about it.
No
Yeah,
special
there's just,
items, no like cool new Pokemon, no, just a plaque that you can't even
yep.
take anywhere with you. You just open your Game Boy and be like, look what I got.
Yeah.
It was pretty much just like a certificate of, hey, you just
Completion.
collected. Yeah, certificate of completion. It's just like, yeah, you caught them all. Thank you. Wait,
They
like,
changed it with the new ones though.
Right.
oh yeah, they did.
I mean, that and the stuff could be another podcast down the road. Like,
Oh, Pokemon.
well, I mean,
I could do
Pokemon in
this all day.
general, but like video games that give good rewards and ones that give
God.
craptastic
Oh,
rewards.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could go on forever about those.
All right. Hey, I'm just throwing it out there. And by all means, anyone that's listening, if you follow us on Twitter at WE capitalized _entertain, so it's We Entertain. If you ever have suggestions for a podcast topic or you just have questions in general you'd like us to answer on a podcast, by all means, please tweet out to us and we would definitely put it on a list for upcoming podcast. We're here to do whatever the community wants because we're all in it together and we all like to talk about the same stuff. So, the more the merrier.
I agree.
Speaking of other topics, don't we still have one more to go?
We do. But if you
topics
know
all
one
day.
thing about this podcast and our brand in general, the whatever is key because we talk about whatever.
Yeah.
We will
It turns
bounce.
into rambling.
Anything.
Yeah. But who likes a good rambler? I do.
True.
So, finally, this is once again on GameSpot. It's a good news source. This is by Ben Jacan. Janca. That's about the only way I can figure that says how you pronounce that one. But it's Google announces Stadia. So it says Google has announced its new video game streaming service called Stadia that offers games on demand. Stadia can be played across numerous devices and you can stream in 4K at 60 FPS. Google will offer its own Stadia controller, but you will be able to use your own personal controller as well. Stadia will support cross-platform play and cloud saves for game states and save files. Right now, Stadia does not have a price. Will be available later in the year. So, I mean, obviously, if you guys go to any search engine and type in Stadia, you'll get like pages and pages and videos. But I picked this one because it kind of just gives you the core information there. I mean,
Sounds interesting.
no one has went all in on a streaming service. I mean, you got like PlayStation Now and stuff, but this thing is like just shooting its big load like right off the bat, all jokes aside. The fact that it can be played across like your TV, your phone, your computer, your tablet, whatever. And the fact that you can cloud save on your TV and then upload that save on your computer. So the days of old of carrying your hard drive with you or your memory card or your PlayStation or Xbox itself or having to log into your stuff on other things is going to be a thing of the past with Stadia.
It's fascinating how much technologies has gone. Like, you just look at something like this.
I agree with most people because at this point we don't know how it works per se because they showed it off. They showed how quick it loaded up, and there's like literally no load screens or nothing. You just clicked it, started playing it.
Whoa.
But the number one question, obviously for someone like me that lives in the country, is what if your internet connection just sucks?
Yeah, that's
Like,
a very good question.
I mean, obviously you want to go with where technology is going, and you want to be the best at whatever it is that you're doing. But you also have to make sure you're covering all your bases where everyone can play your systems, because if it just dedicates itself to a certain group, you're going to really make some people mad and you're going to lose all kinds of customers and players on everything else that your platform might be doing. But that's just my my outlook at the moment. What do you guys think?
You want to go first, Brian?
Go ahead. I'm thinking.
Oh, I don't trust it. Like, I'm not gonna like, I'm not going to get my hopes up on it or try and like diss it. I guess either way, or be like, oh my god, this is gonna be the best thing ever. I'm gonna wait for it to come out and then make my decision because, like, I don't want to seem like a jerk just by like saying like, oh, this is gonna suck.
Right.
But I'm just really, really hoping that it works out. But also, it could mean the end for so many different things.
Hmm. It's true though. If you
Like,
think
like
about it.
I'm with some people. Like, it sounds dumb, but I like having physical copies of my games. It's like I can show them off like a trophy, like case.
Yeah. That's how I feel
And
too.
a disc, when your internet's not working very well, you can still play your games. You just gotta put your disc in. If you go all in on streaming, there's just some people that can't afford good internet, or the parents
Hmm.
don't trust it, whatever. So they're gonna lose out on all this gaming, which means you drive customers away. And then, what happens if, like, I don't know, like your save states, because it's in the cloud, gets corrupted?
Didn't think about that.
I mean, there's just so many questions, and no offense to anybody, but even like at E3, showing something on stage is one thing. Getting it into your home and actually playing it is a totally different experience.
Yeah, it is.
Because I've seen plenty of games look amazing at E3, and then you get the game 6 months later, and it's just garbage.
Yeah, it's not as hyped up as it looked like on E3.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, come on.
but I'm kind of like a wait and see kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the way I'm kind of feeling on this too. I mean, like you were saying about the no load screen deal, that just seems, I don't know.
Sounds
It just
too good to
seems,
be true.
yeah. There's.
Let's see, that's what I was
That's what I was
saying
thinking.
about, like, they did it on stage, you know. But once again, they may have like 300 gigabyte or megabyte per second internet hooked up, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, and like that could be a downfall for people that with not so good internet. Like if it's all internet based for like your speed, like the speed of the streaming, that could affect many people too.
And I listened to Kind of Funny Games, great podcast service and YouTube to watch. They're all amazing over there. But they were talking about it the other day, and Greg Miller, the main guy over there, was talking about how in a certain interview they said they would accommodate for people that had lower internet. But
Hmm.
in my mind, I'm like, how can you spread it like that where it works for 10 megabyte download or whatever and a 200 one? I mean, I don't understand how that would work on a technological level. But
Hmm.
that's just me. I mean, like I said, I have to wait and see how this stuff actually works when it comes out, because I'm not the smartest guy when it comes to like internet connections and streaming rates and whatnot.
I just hope it stays up to its hype though, and doesn't not turn out to be an utter fail. It's kind of what I'm worried about.
Anything else from you, Nick, on this one?
No, not really. Like it's, I've kind of my point I've made pretty much. Just we'll see
yeah.
what happens.
I mean,
That's all I got really to say.
the positive things I can say in closing would be that, one, it's Google. They have a crap
Hmm.
ton of money, and if they're
Yeah,
going
they
this
do.
much in, I would hope that they've done their due diligence and, you know, thought about every positive and negative that can come from this and put 110% effort into it. And two, I hope it does work and everyone can play it some way, somehow. Because
Yeah,
last
because
thing I,
just
Yeah.
because last thing I want to be is a gamer on the outside looking in.
mm, good analogy.
Because, like, when it comes to, like, do you own a Switch, do you own a Xbox, PlayStation, whatever, the option is there. It's just up to you if you want it or not. Something like this, it could literally block you if you don't have good enough equipment. So
That was my biggest fear.
it's like they're telling you, hey, you're not good enough to play this. Sorry, but you need better internet. You need more money before you come into like our area. But I hope Google, being the big company it is, wouldn't go down that route, and they've done their job
Switch.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the. I feel like that's going to be their biggest downfall on this is the whole like internet connection deal. I mean, like you said, it's Google, so they may be able to come up with something, but we'll see. It only comes in time.
As a wise man once said, we will see.
Indeed.
But on that note, that is all the gaming news I had looked up. So, because I can do this stuff on the fly and bounce off random stuff, what have you guys been playing lately?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I've been
Nothing
Well, I
Part
think it's-
3 coming out in 2020, guys.
I've been watching a lot of shows lately, so I haven't really been in the middle of doing anything. I picked up Cookie Clicker again because
Did you say cookie
this-
clicker?
I have this really weird obsession with idle games, and so I picked up
yes.
another one again. They're free, so it's not like I'm like spending money on them.
Alright.
But like,
Can you explain what that is? Because I'm kind of like blank here
an
Yeah,
idle game
same.
itself or the game.
in general, because I don't know what idle gaming
Okay.
means. I'm
So
dumb.
idle
sorry.
games, idle games are games that you can play without having to actively play them. You like have to start out by clicking them yourself and like getting enough of like in-game currency to spend on upgrades that give you stuff that clicks for you. And you just slowly build it up more and more until you get like ridiculous amounts of stuff. Like right now, I have 42 billion cookies made.
Gee, Christmas.
Yeah, and you can like basically prestige, and it makes it faster to get to this point, and it's just kind of like an endless loop of getting it to go faster and faster, getting more and more, and then like there's like special abilities you can get, there's special items you can get, but it's just fun to like start up, let sit for a while, and then go back to it every now and again.
Okay, Nick, I want you to do me a favor, okay?
Yeah,
I want you to
Okay.
repeat after me. My name is Nick.
my name is Nick.
I have an addiction problem.
Oh god, I have an addiction problem.
I want to click the cookies.
I need to click the cookies.
All the cookies.
My name is Nick. Hi, Nick.
Oh, did you just give
That's exactly
yourself?
how it would start.
What, did you just give yourself an intervention?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I really enjoy these games. They're just so much fun.
Hey,
But like,
to
I
each
can
their own,
watch
man. You know.
I can watch an episode of the show I'm watching, pop back in, buy a couple upgrades, and then go back and watch another episode.
No, what are you watching though?
Oh, I'm watching Fairy Tail right now. It's an anime.
Oh yeah, same here.
I-
Such a
You guys, and
I
your
know,
anime.
good.
but I'm on episode 110 right now.
I'm not
Jeez,
watching
you just
Full
blew me out of the
Alchemist
water.
Brotherhood right now or nothing. You know, I'm just saying.
That's a very good
Uh,
one. Very
FMA
good.
is so good.
Oh my gosh. One of my tops.
And I've went
Top
through the
faves.
the first 3 story arcs of Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah.
That's another one I need
I
to
went
start
through
watching.
the gods of the God Battle, the Frieza
Battle of the
one, and the tournament they did with the other
Oh right.
Universe.
The world.
yeah.
Hey, Goku just wants to fight.
Oh, dude,
That's all he wants
it's
to do.
getting ridiculous. Like, believe me, I've loved Dragon Ball
Oops.
since I found out about it back in the day. But Goku's like, I get it. He's like the Superman of Saiyans and whatnot. He just wants to fight and be better and all that. But his like ideology and way of thinking drives me crazy.
Yeah, that does kind
Like
of.
he's a god awful parent. He's like, hey, you want to fight, son? It's okay, you might die. We'll just bring you back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, good grief. But hey, Vegeta for life, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Fuck,
Dude,
come
the
on.
Broly movie.
I
I
still
still
gotta
have to
watch
watch
it
that.
because Nicholas here got to go
Yes.
see it in the theater.
It was
Oh, you're lucky.
good.
When does that release, anyways? On like DVD, Blu-ray, and all that.
When you see it.
4K.
They might just implement it into the TV series.
Oh, it might.
But yeah, it is canon now.
Yeah.
It takes place after the last story arc of Super.
Yep. It's actually it's got some of the gods in it too.
Oh man, when you know who Beerus is, right?
That's the cat, right?
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
call him a cat. It would make you mad and blow up your planet.
Oh,
But
yes, yeah.
his brother is like the exact
Pickle.
opposite. He's like short and fat,
Oh,
Yeah, I did
nice.
see that.
and they
That's
they
great.
get in fights, and it's great.
Oh, there's been a lot of jokes that have stemmed from that series.
Oh man, like the animation can be either amazing or god awful in the same scene. I don't know how that works. Like I've seriously
Hmm.
seen Goku's face. It looked like someone took a pencil and drew like 3 lines, and that was it. I forgot to connect it all and make a real face. And I've seen like hair color go from like blonde to like green back to blonde.
Oh my
Amazing.
gosh.
With like other instances, it's
Hmm.
like it's top notch. Like holy crap, look at the detail.
Yeah, all of the Brawly movie is just holy smokes, look at the detail.
That's amazing. I love to hear stuff like that.
It was so good. Like it was the first Dragon Ball Super thing I've ever watched, and I'm just like, well, gotta go back and watch it all now.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm kind of cheating though because my nephew got hooked on anime, and congrats to him. He's having his first child, so hope that goes well for him.
Nice.
Congrats.
But he has a Funimation account, and I just use his to watch everything I want.
Nice. Hey, it's one way to do it.
I did start watching My Hero Academia. Is that how you say it, right? Because I think Nick busted my
Yes.
balls one time for saying it wrong.
Yes.
But I'm only like 4 or 5 episodes in because honestly, I just forget to jump on and watch stuff like that compared to like normal Netflix stuff. And I got so much time on my days off, I could probably watch like a whole season because it's only like 20-minute episodes.
Dang.
God, I love My Hero.
So far, I
Okay.
love it. It's just a dang kid, the main character, cries
Deku.
so
Yeah.
freaking much.
Oh gosh, that would get annoying.
I'm like, shut up, dude.
It never changes.
God dang it.
Oh, this guy likes spoil stuff.
He said I could be a hero.
You, yeah,
Like
Nick, you
like
spoiler.
spoiler alert, but I love the very first like episode, second episode where he's like, I could be one too, right? He's like, no.
Yeah, oh yeah, the doctor is just like, yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, he just like deadpans the heck out of it. No, you're never gonna be a hero, and he just like dies on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm like sitting there watching. I'm like, what kind of show is this? Like, you just killed off this kid's like soul.
My
Oh my
dream.
gosh.
I mean, have you seen this, Brian? I mean,
Nah, I
Oh,
haven't seen
dude.
that
So
one yet.
funny.
that scene. I mean, seriously, like, just imagine me with my deadpan, like, deep voice, being like, no, that's never gonna happen.
Oh gosh.
And then, like, the animation for the kid, like, you just watch it slowly break him completely apart on the inside.
Here, I've got a.
Oh my goodness.
I'm looking for a picture.
Oh, the show, Brian.
Yeah.
Dude, it's great.
Yeah. I'm about to say it'd be easier if you do that.
Let's see, I've heard great things about, what was it, One Punch?
One
One Punch Man.
Punch.
One Punch
Yeah.
Guy or whatever. And then,
One Punch Man. It's just yeah.
and Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan's really good.
But is that
Oh
in
my
English
gosh.
or is it just English subtitles?
You can get both.
You can
Okay,
get
because
both
I
at
think the one
moment.
time I tried to watch it, it was only showing like subtitles for English,
Right.
but it was in like Japanese. I don't mind that for some stuff, but other things, I like if I want to really get the story and everything, I'd like to hear them actually talking and me
Yeah.
be able to understand it so I can like take it in better.
Yeah, that's. I'm the
I have-
same way on that.
Somebody on my friends list called Deku Protection Squad.
Wait, what?
It's awesome.
Awesome.
What was I going to say? Yeah, most of those shows are going to be English at this point, just because they've been out for a decent bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Didn't they announce a new season or a new season's coming out for Attack on Titan?
I don't know about Attack on Titan, but
let me Google.
I know My Hero, right, has a new one coming.
think
My
it's-
Hero's got season 4. One Punch Man has season 2 coming out.
See, I like me
You guys
some old school. On a
Googling.
side note, Trigun.
Dude, I still need to watch that.
Oh, dude. Vash Stampede.
Okay, the
I-
tech. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I heard Gurren Lagann was good.
Hey, B, don't apologize. Just talk over him.
Yeah, yes, please.
Nah,
talk
nah,
over.
it's
We do it all
it's
the
kind of
time.
a
We're
thing
all
for me.
horrible about it.
I know it's just kind of my, respect kind of thing. That's why I say sorry sometimes.
Okay. We try
Um,
not to lie on here. So can you take back that last statement about you having respect for anything?
that was truth. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, you guys were talking about the Attack on Titan season 3.
Yes.
They say they haven't specifically gave a date yet, but it just says April 2019. So sometime next month.
It's like the games that have like the set date for December 31st, 2019.
Yeah, pretty much. And I thought I did check something up on the Broly one, but I can't remember what that was.
But
Go ahead, I'm gonna
for anyone who loves
research.
anime and hasn't watched older stuff from like the 90s or whatever, look up Trigun. It is a special one for me.
Oh.
It's basically about this guy called Vash Stampede who has a like $1 trillion bounty on his head for like killing a whole town. That's literally
Cool.
how the series starts. And then you slowly get backstory on what actually happened. And it's about these two women that are supposed to bring him in. And it's all this crazy crap keeps on happening. And the best I can describe it, have you ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh? Either one of you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I've watched bits and pieces.
Well, you
but-
know how like he's a kid, but then when he goes to play cards, he brings out like the Egyptian spirit or whatever, and he becomes a grown up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, basically,
Remember that.
Stampede or Vash and Trigun is like he's the most dorkiest, retarded person ever until he gets into a fight, and then he becomes like Billy Bad Bones. You know what I mean?
Well, now I gotta watch it.
I know this actually sounds pretty interesting.
I
I
mean,
mean, I've heard good things.
like the way
about
the
it.
kid cries in Hero is the way he gets upset in that show. Like he has snot rolling out of his nose and his
Oh,
eyes
man.
go wide and everything, and then like he's all of a sudden pulling out a gun and being all serious.
I mean, it was Trigun, right?
Yeah, Trigun.
Check sure. Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've never actually got around to watching it.
I mean, I can't remember how
Man,
many
you-
seasons or anything because I used to watch it on Toonami, which was the thing back
gosh.
in the day, dude.
Toonami.
That was.
My thing was downloading stuff on LimeWire or Kazaa, depending on how old you are.
Jeez.
Watching Toonami
God,
at midnight on a Saturday night.
Oh my gosh, you're making me feel old now.
Hey
I
man,
remember those days.
you had to get your
No.
stuff. How you got your stuff right now? It's just
It's true.
jailbroke fire sticks, but
Yeah. But
Yes.
Toonami is still a thing.
yeah, I know. I saw that they actually like renewed their contract and was like gonna up it to 2 hours a night or something like that.
Nice.
Once again,
But
like
they're-
I'm shooting from the hip here.
They're doing My Hero Academia right now. Actually, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, there's 3 seasons out for My Hero right now, which is ugh. I've been reading the manga because I couldn't wait.
Sometimes I get you in bad trouble though, because it's like you know what's gonna happen.
Not always,
Yeah.
man. I mean, because
They've thrown
well,
curveballs.
I mean, I'm not a Game of Thrones person at all, but didn't they go past the
Oh.
book? and
Yeah,
that caused
So
actually,
many
problems.
people got mad.
And then there
there
you
was a
go.
couple things I know of.
The Walking Dead round just changed things completely.
Oh, they did. They killed off characters that shouldn't have been killed off, or haven't been killed off into the comics yet, and there's
Well-
some that they've already killed off that haven't died in the comics. I'm like,
That brings up another good debate, though, of like, say you love a book or a video game, it becomes a movie. Is it better to have it be step by step completely the same, or would you rather have some change, some things change, so you
yes.
could be surprised?
I want. If it's a
Hmm.
book that I absolutely loved, I don't want them to change it.
Right. Like me,
Hunger
when they
Games.
made Resident Evil into a movie, I would just would have loved to see Jill and Chris and Wesker and all them going through the mansion. That would have been like amazing to see on screen. And then they butchered it, and I don't want to talk about it because my head just starts hurting.
I mean, I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I would want it like exactly straight to the point of the game. Because then you're going to know like the whole entire movie. You know.
But like Nick said, though, if you love it enough, and say you played the game or read the book multiple times,
Hmm.
when you finally get to see it come to life on a big screen, would you really care if you knew what was going to happen?
Hmm. You never thought of it that way, actually, but yeah, that would actually be a lot better, I think. Because
like,
when they
go
throw
ahead.
curveballs sometimes, and then it's just like, I've been seeing it quite a bit, and Walking Dead and stuff too. It's like, ah, come on.
Because like my biggest thing, I don't like doing it, but my mom started reading Harry Potter, so I started
Hmm.
reading it. And I got really into it, and I made the mistake of reading the books before the movies came out. And I'm sitting in the movie, be like, "Oh man, they skipped on that part. He didn't say that. They said that. That character's been completely changed. He don't look like that. Why are you saying that? Oh my goodness!" It almost
Yeah.
takes away the joy of watching the movie, and you gotta like separate it.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so scolded for this, but I have never seen any of the Harry Potter movies yet. I have them, I just haven't
Well,
got to
you're a
it.
ginger and have no soul, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Not really.
But
He's
wait,
not a
I'm the
ginger.
ginger.
I was gonna say
Actually,
Brian's not the ginger.
hypothetically, he is the ginger of the group.
Hypothetically, how's that a hypothetical thing? It's a reality.
Reality, in reality, there we go.
Don't use big
Hypothetical.
words, B. It makes you
Whew,
sound confused.
Mhm.
In reality, Nick is the ginger of the group. I'm
Oh
far
my
from being
goodness.
ginger.
Well, I mean, hey, like I've never read or watched Game of Thrones. I mean, to each their own.
Oh, you need to get to that, man. That is a
No,
great
no, no, no. I
series.
tried to. I mean, I watched the first episode, and I
You
mean,
should get
I
to
just wasn't into it. But everyone says that about every show ever. Oh, you gotta watch the first
it.
season. Second season kills it.
Yeah, it starts off a little slow. I'll be honest.
All I found from
But
that first
it,
episode was dirty people, incest, and
yep.
some dude getting melted by gold.
Oh, the first season.
Well, the first episode. Yeah, it's just the first episode,
Wait, who
people.
the hell got melted by gold?
Maybe it's the second one. I don't know. He got gold dumped on his head.
Oh, that was like towards the end of the season ish.
Oh, maybe I saw it on YouTube. Either way, man.
Or
Okay.
wait, that was he melted the but
Aquaman
belt
killed him.
buckle.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Jason Maui, yeah. Yeah, he killed him, which is that dude is like amazing in that show too.
But
If you like the Aquaman, you love that.
Aquaman was amazing.
it was, dude. I loved it so
I still-
much.
Dude,
I still need to
Shazam.
watch it.
April
Shazam.
5th. I've heard good things.
My dad and uncle both are like, don't want to watch it. It looks childish.
I'll go with you, man.
Yeah, there you go.
I keep on telling Leanne that I'm gonna just leave work and go straight to the theater one day and watch movies I want to watch by myself.
There you go.
Like no
Don't
one
blame me.
asking me questions, you know. Just me eat some popcorn and be like, yeah.
Popcorn to drink, man.
But
Every time I go, that's what I do.
on that note, we try to keep these within an hour or so. Last one, an hour and a half. But if you haven't listened to it, please do. Because OG Patriot and myself had our top 5 most memorable moments in our video game playing history. And it was amazing and in depth and went like an hour and a half, but well worth the time. So please go have your way to listen to that one if you haven't yet.
I gotta be honest, I listened into it and it is pretty amazing. I mean, just like you said, the sheer amount of detail you guys went into and everything. It was just like there's so much passion in it, you know.
Especially
those moments. I could relate to a few of them myself.
OG Patriot or Mike, he's a very charismatic man like myself.
Whew.
So when he talks and goes into detail, it's like you can picture yourself being there, which is amazing to listen to. Because most times I'm on this side of telling the story, so hearing one like that, it's quite the enjoyment.
Oh, especially when you told him about the Psycho Manus part.
Yeah.
It just was mind blown. I
If you-
love the reaction.
And on a side note, if you hear squeakiness, I just got a horrible chair, so sorry if that comes through on the recording.
I'm sure his mind's
Real
probably done that a
chair
couple
life
times.
problems here. But
Mine's my computer stand.
well, your
Yeah.
computer stand just sucks.
I mean, it happens, you know.
So does your
things like
chair.
this.
That's just hurtful,
Ooh.
man. You know, like
That
You
chair
sat in
has
this
to be
chair,
hot.
okay? When you came to my house, Nick, you
Yeah.
sat in this chair. I took the dining room table, the wood one, that hurt my butt, okay? For you, sir. So don't you dare
Yeah.
talk bad about my chair.
Yeah.
You said I wasn't allowed to use it anymore because I kept leaning too far.
Yeah, you
That
about
was
fell
nice.
out of it.
Yeah, when I get like super excited, I get very like movie, and I just hop around.
hop around. You got to get up to sit down.
Oh my gosh.
But anywho, but please check out OG Patriot on Twitch and Twitter. It's OG Patriot X. The guy's streaming like every day of his life while having a family life, so you gotta respect that. But any closing notes before we close this up, guys?
Be good to each other. That's my closing note.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Straight to the point. Live life to the fullest. Be grateful for every day you have.
Yay for cheese sticks.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Or
Freaking
as
cheese
Bill and
sticks.
Ted once said, be
Be
excellent.
excellent.
By the
Oh my
way,
God.
Bill and
The
Ted
new
3
one.
Summer
I
2020.
know.
We all
Oh my
win.
God.
Yes.
And Keanu Reeves never ages.
It's perfect.
If you're a John Wick fan, there's a new John Wick 3 trailer just dropped, and holy crap.
Oh yes. Gonna have to go see that.
But anywho, if you'd like to follow us on any of our many social media things we have going now, because I'm just shooting on all cylinders here, trying to get us out to every freaking thing on earth except for Facebook and Instagram. I don't know about that stuff. I had some people on Twitter trying to push me to do Facebook creator, so it's just for our brand. I might look into that, but I cut everything off from Facebook like 8 months ago, and my God, I feel alive now without all the
Don't
drama
make
that
me
comes
go
with it.
back. Yeah,
That's
I
the only
quit
bad thing.
I quit Facebook like 5 or 6 years ago because I just hate it so much.
So when it was still
It-
called the Facebook, no.
Yeah.
The Facebook.
If you watch Social Network,
Oh my God.
All it seems like is people just so much drama on it anymore. Oh, this is what's going on.
we don't need your drama here, man. Gosh, stop talking crap. about
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Thought I'd throw some in here now.
But anywho, you can find us on Twitter at WE capitalized underscore entertain. You can find us on Twitch at whatever underscore entertainment. You can find us on YouTube at whatever entertainment, where we have episodic showings of Final Fantasy VI, which I am playing. Nick and B are kind of bouncing off
drop.
what they want to do.
Yeah.
But
Once I
I'm
figure
gonna
that
be
out.
streaming Division 2 after this.
are you
I'll
now?
fight you on that.
Yeah.
Man, myself.
Like tonight?
Yeah, like as soon as we get done.
Oh, well,
Good
sir,
luck.
I might just
Just
have to
about.
jump on and play with you, because
Oh.
I have it
Oh,
on
thought you
what they
guys
call the
played.
PC.
I'm a traitor.
Have you
Anyways.
played it all, Nick?
I haven't touched it yet. I have it all downloaded though, so
Okay,
No, it's
because
not
you gotta
good.
get past that initial point before someone can
Yeah.
join you, so I might give you a few. But anyway, back to
I'm
the task at hand here.
Anyways,
Outro.
I'm still finishing up on the Division 1.
And of
So,
course, we
yeah.
have Interrupting B here.
Hey, gotta do something, I guess.
But finally, we have our podcast, which hopefully you're listening to right now, called Chatting About Whatever. Because if you've listened, obviously we literally chat about whatever. It does not matter if it is games, food, music,
Oh, you see?
my sexiness, Nick's awkwardness, B's mumbling, whatever it may be. It's all here.
Yeah, it is.
And you can find all of our episodes on SoundCloud.com/chatting about whatever. But
Caw.
and Ka.
Oh, it's so good.
It's the fourth secret or person on our podcast today is Ka.
Oh, there it is. I got it.
But anywho, I'm
Sorry.
just Steve,
I'm some guy named Nick.
And I'm Bumblebee.
and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
See ya.
We'll see you guys. See you guys. See you guys. See you guys. See you guys.